Welcome back to Forever Young. I am guest hosting this week. I'm Ann, and this is Eric Johnson and Polly Wilson. We're at North Shore Hutt. And before the break, we were talking about some of the delicacies that we serve at the deli. Now, what is our deli called? Give a name for our deli.
Fresh and Tasty.
The Fresh and Tasty Deli.
It's a generic name.
Generic name.
It was supposed to be the Spice of Life Cafe.
Yeah.
Was it? That's
But
cool.
we got a miscommunication on the neon sign.
No. A customer thought spicy. Oh, I don't like hot.
That might turn people off.
Yeah,
Okay, so we decided Fresh and Tasty.
Well, Fresh and Tasty is just a generic. So if we do ever come up with another name, it'll just be a generic.
Could we say fresh and tasty and sometimes spicy or something like that, maybe? We're talking about
what it is.
We're talking about raw food, weren't we?
Yeah, we're talking about raw food.
Okay. And Eric had suggested that everybody should come in here and try one raw meal a week. And I want to tell them, if for somebody out there going, well, why would I want to eat a raw meal? I like my food cooked. What would you say? Tell them why you are serving raw foods here. What is the big reason?
If you want to be you don't want to be cooked yourself. You know what I mean? You want to be you want to be raw yourself and full of light and full of energy and full of vital living energy. And so you should have at least, I think, one meal a day that has that vital living energy. You know, people talk about antioxidants a lot, and what is an antioxidant? Antioxidant is actually it's a spectrum of light. You know what I mean? It's a bright light. It's a light that literally shines throughout your whole body. It like creates life inside the body. That's a vast oversimplification, but.
Then one way I like to say oxidize is to explain it backwards. And oxidizing, like you take a banana or an apple, you peel it, and that browning that occurs on avocados. When an apple browns, that's oxidizing. That's what happens inside the body too. If we were cut open or whatever, we would start oxidizing, and that's why you don't want to oxidize. You want anti-oxidizing. You don't want to get that causes the aging.
Yeah, exactly.
It accelerates it.
Exactly.
That's what antioxidant means. Anti means not.
Not oxidized. Yeah, right.
So,
and then living food has more antioxidants naturally.
So basically what you're saying is living food. When we say raw, we're not talking about go grab, raw meat, don't go kill a deer and eat it at the side of the road. We're talking about
like
vegetables and nuts,
fruits, seeds.
Yeah. And all the wonderful things those can be turned into, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, let's show this here. Would anybody guess this is raw? This is.
Let's actually open it up here.
Yeah, go ahead and open it up. See if we get a better look at this. But if you open it up, I might eat it.
It's in a biodegradable plastic.
Yeah,
this is actually plastic that's made from corn. So even the container will biodegrade.
Well, because you opened that, it's mine. But,
we're just gonna eat this.
But that basically is a raw vanilla raspberry cheesecake, right?
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Oh,
Strawberry
really?
vanilla.
Cool. I haven't had strawberry yet. That's wonderful.
Strawberry and blueberry.
But it's just made from nuts and berries.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I'm telling you,
it is made
tastes
from
like
nuts and berries. So
cheesecake.
she was wrong. Everything is nuts and berries here.
Yeah.
But it tastes just like cheesecake. It honestly does. If you were fed this and you didn't know what it was, you would think you were eating cheesecake. It's wonderful.
It's good. And one nice thing about it is it's gluten-free, allergy-free. Unless you can't have cashews, obviously.
Yeah, it's not nut-free.
Yeah.
So.
But it is soy-free, right? It is
soy-free.
It is gluten-free. It's dairy-free, egg-free,
corn-free.
All free.
It's free.
But not calorie-free.
Right.
No.
That's the one thing it's not. But it's healthy calories. There is calories.
Yeah.
It's living food, right?
Yeah, and it tastes really good too. That's the main thing. It tastes really good.
So explain to me, we've got our raw. Explain to me a little bit more about what else the deli caters to, because it's not just raw. It's specialized diets, like I know you do gluten-free and you do dairy-free.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the things you guys serve, if you could, that aren't raw, but that are just specialized for diets.
Pizza would be one.
Okay.
We have a pizza that has the vegan cheese, and it's also soy-free cheese, made with Dana cheese.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's a delicious cheese made with pea protein instead of soy. So that's good.
And we also have gluten-free pizza.
Yeah, we have gluten-free. We have different salads, like potato salads and other gluten-free salads on occasion. We have wraps, but those wraps generally are made from wheat, but they are made with free-range, antibiotic-free meats.
So you cater to carnivores too, right?
Real carnivores.
Yeah, real carnivore. Yeah.
Real carnivores.
That's cool. The true carnivore, not the chemical carnivore.
Yeah, not the chemicals.
Okay. Okay. So Eric, real quickly, why do we want to prefer free-range meats?
Well, you want meat that that has some ethical component to it. Like you want preferably local, someplace here that's not shipping it from shipping it from the other side of the country or from Mexico or Canada. And you pretty much want to have some idea that the animals were treated at least with some minimal quality of living. You know what I mean? Standard of living.
There are several.
And not kept in a factory or in a cage or in a pen.
Yeah.
Or kept in under in a giant warehouse or something, warehousing the animals.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, there are actually studies that are proving that animals that are fed the steroids and the antibiotics, they're looking at a generation of children that kids are actually coming into puberty earlier.
Yeah.
That people are taller, they're maturing faster. It's not good. Because of the hormones that we're giving, the animals are actually getting into our kids and getting into us.
Right, 70. I think like 50 or 60% of all antibiotics. Maybe it's even 70. I can't remember the number, so I might not give the number exactly right. But 70% of all antibiotics are actually given to farm animals, not given to people. So.
And I had actually heard another study that they had done that's actually stating that if you eat enough of the meat and dairy that has antibiotics, that it can actually make you resistant when antibiotics are needed. That over time you can become resistant. That's another study that I read about.
And also there's the caged animals that are conventional that you do find everywhere. There's a component, if you want to look at like Native American component, where you are what you eat, and if you torture an animal, it's in a cage, it's in as horrible conditions, like stuck on a cement
and
place.
miserable.
It's like 3 foot cement, and it lives there its whole life, and then you eat it. You're taking on that karma of the animal.
Oh, that's an interesting
So
concept.
it's a spiritual, it's kind of a spiritual thing too, where you're taking on that. If that animal's tortured or it's in pain, and then you eat it, then you kind of feel that same pain, anxiety, torture.
Oh wow, I've never heard
And
that.
that's kind of a Native American, yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
it's kind of the first step to torturing people. After you start torturing animals, it's not that big a step. It's a much easier step to start torturing people as well.
Right, you become
Because
complacent, I guess.
yeah, it becomes much easier for society once they start torturing animals to next start torturing people. It's kind of like the natural progression of it.
Now, and these are theories, obviously, that we're just
our
giving here.
opinions.
But I'd like to know your opinions on another thing. Why do you feel there are so many gluten intolerant people now? If you guys, not just the Health Hut, but when you've got major brands trying to convert over to gluten free, it's telling you something. When you walk into Walmart and see, things.
I think people are just becoming more sensitive in general.
But why would that be?
I think their immune systems are just weaker. There's been so many assaults on the immune system that their intestines just they're born weaker. It's just we're almost like de-evolving.
Yeah, and there's a theory that if you look at like seeds today especially wheat and some potatoes and corn are genetically modified. That's genetically engineered organisms, GMO, and that was not 3,000 years ago. That didn't exist.
No.
So that's why people, especially of European descent, there's a high percent of people of European descent. That's what was like 80% of America probably. You're talking about everything from England, Spain, Germany, Italy, the whole European. For some reason, they have a high issues with this genetically modified wheat that is in our food system, and corn. And these are the ones that have the high celiac disease, gluten-free intolerance, and other issues with the allergies stemming from that. And so if you do grains like kamut, spelt, they're the same today as they were 3,000 years ago, not changed at all.
Oh, because they haven't been changed, so that's why
So
the
then
body
people,
can
they
tolerate.
do well on that, yeah.
Interesting.
So it's like a genetic component.
That's very interesting to me. It's amazing. I had often wondered, is it the genetic alteration of foods? Because I remember when we first started doing any type of nutritional segments, even before you came on board, I think Tim Bloomberg from the original Health Hut had done a thing on genetically modifying food.
Modifying
and he
crops,
was totally against it and was trying to warn people. And
Yeah.
back then, everybody was laughing at him.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, oh, guys, there's more to this than you're
Yeah.
getting. I mean, and you see they're cloning and they're doing all these crazy things. You cannot mess with God's engineering. I don't think. That's just the way I feel. I don't.
We really
Oh,
started
Jack
messing up.
LaLanne, remember the Jack LaLanne that just passed away,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. He said, if God made it, him and Paul Bragg, if God made it, eat it. If man made it, don't eat it. And,
Mm-hmm.
and he's talking about genetically
Yeah,
modified.
and we're going to go to break.
Oh, got to do it again. Hey, we're just having such a groovy time. We keep forgetting our breaks. But I am Ann. This is Eric Johnson, Polly Wilson. We're at the Health Hut, and we will be back with more Forever Young. You are watching the Living Green programming. This is DSE-TV 97, DSETV.com, and YouTube, DSE-TV Muskegon.